it is, Fortnite Reload has a lot of problems, and one of these could lead to the downfall of the game mode as a whole. You see, the Fortnite community seems pretty split on this game mode. You know, some people really like it, others have a lot of problems with it. Now, as somebody who's played this game mode a lot, I'd have to say I'm pretty split on this topic. But I want to actually dive deep and look at all the different controversial topics for this game mode to see if each one's actually good or bad for it. And the goal here is to see if this game mode has what it takes to actually keep its popularity. And we're starting off this tier list with something that really annoys me, and that is that it's impossible to get materials. Now, when I say impossible, I don't mean that it's actually impossible. I'm literally over exaggerating, but I really feel like I'm farming the whole entire time. And that is because Epic Games made it much harder to actually get materials. You don't get as much for farming now. And if you play build mode, I guarantee that you have felt the effects of this too. Because I get into one fight and suddenly I have to farm for another 3 minutes. So I'm gonna have to put this one all the way down in the bad tier because it is just annoying. This might be the worst part of this whole game mode, but I don't know. We got a couple other bad things on here. And we are starting off at -2 points here. And that means that if something is on the good side of the game mode, it gains points. But if something's on the bad, it loses points. And we'll tally up the points at the end to see if this game mode will actually last a long time and stay popular. So make sure you watch to the end because I did not expect this outcome at all. But next up on the tier list, we have the new map. And honestly, bro, I think this new map might be one of the best parts about this whole game mode. You see, we got Pleasant Park here, Retail Row, the OG locations, and of course, we cannot forget about Tilted Towers. And they actually did Tilted Towers very good in this update because look, this is what we had in Season OG. I don't know what they were cooking here. Like, no Trump Tower. That's not real. They can't be real with that. But this time they actually brought back the OG Tilted Towers with Trump Tower and everything. It's great to see, man. It's great to see. We love to see it, Fortnite. Thank you. As well as they brought back some other locations, but just remix a little bit. You know, we got Lonely Lodge, Low Loot Lake, and I think this is supposed to be Motel down here. Sandy Sheets. I'm pretty sure that's supposed to be a remix of Motel. I could be wrong though. But yeah, overall, I think this map is really good. And especially for the player count, there's only 40 people on this map. It actually feels very balanced. So overall, I'm gonna have to put the map in the really good category, bringing our total score up to +1. But if you guys think different, let me know down in the comments. Another thing new with this game mode and really exciting is that the storm circle actually moves really fast. You will probably get like 2 minutes maximum at your POI before you have to head out, which I know this might be a little controversial, but I actually really like it. You know, it makes the game fast paced, and I'm kind of tired of having to spend, you know, 20 minutes, 30 minutes in a normal battle royale game. And it's not as big of a time commitment as the other game modes, which could make it really easy just to hop on and play just a few rounds. So I'm gonna put this in the good category. I like this one. But this next one is going to get really controversial. And honestly, I don't know where I stand on this side. That's because the next one we have is skill-based matchmaking. Now here's where it gets bad, because a lot of people really like skill-based matchmaking, especially the more worst players in the game, because that means they're not going up against the best players in the game. You know, they're able to have a much more fun time. And then there's the other side of the good players who don't want to always fight good players. You know, sometimes they want to just stomp on some really trash people, which makes this topic really split amongst the community. And what I would have to say is that I think this falls in the bad area. I think I'm gonna put it at mid, and let me explain to you guys why. I realize that in my matches, sometimes I will find literally the worst players in the whole entire world. Then later in that same game, I will find the best squad that I've ever seen. Like some real tournament kids that I'd see in like a solo cash cup final. And I don't even stand a chance against them. So I don't know how bad those casuals will too. So that's why I'm putting it in the mid tier, you know? It's not gonna make the game mode fun for a lot of people, that's why. And that could lead to the downfall of this mode. But there's something else that is probably the most controversial topic I've seen everywhere across the community. That is that this game mode is squads only. Now don't get me wrong, I love playing with a squad, but I don't want to always play as a squad. You know, sometimes I don't have 3 other players to bring along with me. So I have to play fills, right? Now, no hate to people on my team, but sometimes, you know, they just aren't the best, and you're facing some of the best people out there. And as I said before, skill-based matchmaking is not a thing, so you could get in the game with a crack squad, and you're just playing with some fill people where you absolutely have no chance. So I'm gonna put this down in the really bad category. I think this game mode desperately needs some solos, duos, or trios. Maybe not solos, because it literally does not work with the whole entire point of this game mode. Now, I'm not sure if you guys heard this or not, but apparently there's a duos mode API out of the game files. I'm not too sure what that means, but it definitely does not mean that it's confirmed. It just says that we could be looking at a duos mode in the future. So if you guys are hyped for that, make sure you click the like on this video. But yeah, that category right there put us at -1, which means this game mode is kind of failing right now. But maybe this next factor can bring us back, because this is the fact that you can reboot back into the game. And honestly, this is one of the best ideas they have ever come up with. You know, for like the first, I think it's like 10 minutes, you don't even have to worry about dying as long as your other teammates are still alive, because you can just come back and get your stuff. And it's still punishing because then you have to go and find loot all over again. So I think it actually has a really good balance. And of course, later on in the game mode, when reboots turn off, it just builds more tension and it definitely makes the game mode even more fun and exciting. So I would have to put this in the really good category, which means we are going up to a +2. But we might be brought down just a little bit more because I think this game mode definitely needs a little bit of siphon. And for those who don't know, siphon is basically whenever you kill somebody, I think you get about 75 health back immediately. I think squads in general just need siphon. It is way too hectic and you barely have time to heal. So not having this in the mode, I think just really brings the score back down. I don't think it's a really bad, but I think it might be in the bad category. So we're gonna do a -2 and we are at a even 0 here. And honestly, siphon just gets worse with this next category because the fact is there isn't that many heals in this game mode. I swear I never find med kits or big pots anywhere in the wild. But honestly, we have the vending machines. It's not that bad of an issue, but it still kind of annoys me a little bit. So that's why I'm gonna put it at the mid -1, meaning we are at a -1 overall. And Fortnite Reload really needs to save themselves here. And they can definitely save themselves with this next category, which is the guns. You know, I actually really like... Oh my God. Get off my window, bro. There's a bug on my window, dude. I got him. But I think they really did a great job with this because not only did they add the chapter 1 weapons back, they also added a bunch of random stuff that honestly does not feel too OP. It really just makes the game mode more fun. Like Midas's drum gun is back. I know last time I played, I got like an explosive AR or something. That was pretty fun to use, but there is just a few problems with the gun. First of all, this AR right here. Oh my God. You guys do not know how many problems I have with this AR, man. You can have the best aim in the whole entire world. If you shoot more than 3 bullets with this gun, I swear you're not hitting a single shot. It's just gonna go everywhere, dude. As soon as I find a different gun in this game, I am dropping this AR. And the fact that this is the gun that they spawn you in with off a reboot just honestly just adds to it, man. The next thing is that I think the pump just feels a little weak right now. They definitely changed it. You can tell by the crosshair, it doesn't hit as hard. So yeah, the pump shotgun is a little bad, but I'm gonna still pick it up. I like it. Meaning the guns in this game mode are gonna get a +2 because I actually like them. Everything in this new season is kind of just mid overall, which kind of makes this game mode a little bit more fun. You know, I'd much rather play solo squad reload than any sort of battle royale game mode in this new season. You got cars with grenade launchers, you got fists, you got electric guitars. It's just, I think it's a little bit too much going on. And I really think that Epic Games going back to its roots, you know, a little bit simpler of gameplay, no crazy wacky items being added. I think it's just really refreshing and it actually makes the game more enjoyable to play. And I think it just adds to the replay factor overall. So I'm going to actually put this in the really good +3 tier. So overall, the score at the end of this tier list comes at a +4, meaning we can be pretty hopeful that this game mode will survive. I think if they just really add new options for teams, like adding duos or trios, it will really just boost this game mode and it might actually make it a survivable game mode that can last for a really long time. But anyways, let me know what you guys think down below on whether you like this reload or you hate it. And by the way, I talked about Fortnite ranked and all the problems it has in another video that I made, so make sure you don't miss that video because I speak a lot of facts there. Make sure you subscribe, like the video, use code SWANS. I'll see you guys next time.